Mr. Anupam Shukla for feature presentation and to educate members and visitors about his business. Mr. Anupam Shukla is a passionate person having 15 plus years of experience in field of software and now automobiles. From senior roles in various organizations like Samsung, Royal Bank of Scotland, TomTom, which is the biggest GPS company, Finsurf, Alcatel, Lucent, and Ericsson. His role included from R&D to production management, quality and operations to sales, and complete business management. Out of his passion, word of service came into the existence, and now he is utilizing his software skill with passion. Qualification wise, he is a BTech, MBA, and LLB, and now he is planning to go ahead with PhD. His next big target is EV kits for all diesel and petrol cars. So over to Mr. Anupam Shukla for his presentation.
Uh, Hi all, my name is Anupam Shukla, and I'll present to you my business, which is World of Service, and we'll start with our presentation. Prina, we can go to the first slide. So World of Service was born out of passion, and this passion was primarily with respect to automobile, and the where we see a gap was between authorized service centers to roadside mechanic. We saw a gap in which we wanted to address this gap with the help of our initiative, which is World of Service. Today we have three outlets. One is in Noida, second is in Chennai, and the third is coming up in Greater Noida. All these are self-owned and self-operated models in which we don't actually believe in franchisees. So we are running the show ourselves. From smallest part to the biggest part of the business, it is us who's running it. And what we primarily do. Okay, so what we do is we are into car service, car modification, and car and performance enhancements. So when I say car service, it basically means whichever car you're driving, whether it is a Nano, it is an Audi, it is a BMW, it is a Merc, any and every brand of cars we service. How do we service these cars, or why do we service these cars, and why do we see a importance in this role? The way automotive market is currently shaped, it is more of a monopolist market. So we wanted to break a monopoly, and this monopoly, by the breaking of monopoly, we gave a value add to all our customers, because the kind of a cost which we charge versus the kind of a cost which is being charged by authorized service center, we see a value or a cost saving from 30% to 7,000%. I repeat, the cost saving comes from 30 to 7,000%. And we have various business cases, which some of the business cases I'd like to showcase it to you today, in which we have done a massive cost saving, and how we have done it, we'll also try to explain that. So today, World of Service is about 6 years young. We are almost 6 years in business with three outlets served in Delhi NCR. All the corporates, we have served almost 60 to 70% of the corporates, in which these are the professionals who work in these various corporates, apart from businessmen and these cars which comes to us. So basically, a comparison between an authorized service center versus World of Service. Why we compare between an authorized service center? Because what we believe, in the first 3 years, the cars goes to authorized service center, and once the 3 year of warranty warranty is over, then a role of World of Service starts. In fact, we have seen cars even before 3 years coming to us, because they don't trust the authorized service center. So now they don't tell you the technical know-how. That's a comparison. Authorized service center is a black box. Say, for example, Sandeep sir, who's owning a Honda City. So now if his car goes to a Honda service center, the authorized service center will not tell you what technical problem the car has and how they have solved it. In fact, the people will not even be allowed on floor. That they go on floor and they see the car getting repaired, and they see the car, why is it being repaired, what parts are being changed. So all these things are a black box in authorized service center, whereas in World of Service, it's an open book. You can come over to us, you can see the cars, you can talk to the people, why is the part being getting changed, how can we repair it. So our belief is more on the repair side of the story than replacement side of the story. So one, technical know-how in terms of visibility to the customer. Secondly, the parts, they believe that they are bounded by the practices of the manufacturer, which says the replacement of part. Whereas in case of world of service, we believe what is right to be done for the car. So if a repair can happen in which we can save your money, we try to do the repair. Thirdly, they don't work, in front of your eyes. In our case, it's an open book. You can come over, sit there, and get your car repaired in front of you. And that's one of the biggest marketing what we had today, because we believe in referral marketing, in which most of the people who come to us give us referrals based on the trust and confidence they gained, and that's how our business progressed. You cannot interact with the SME in authorized service center, whereas in our case you can surely interact with all of us. And then you have, in terms of customization, we do a lot of customization uh, with respect to a car, whether it is seat cover, whether it is projector headlights. So each and every part of a car, we are into customization as well. Whereas in authorized service center, they will only give you point A to point B. They have a high cost of spares compared to us. This is typically true for all the German brands of cars, whether it is Audis, BMWs, Mercs, Jaguars. So most of these imported cars, or most of these German cars, what I'll say, have a very high spare cost. Whereas if we use the spares which are typically from import channel, then the spare costs are much lesser, and the part is 100% same. So that is where most of the value adds comes in. Then they have a very high service labor. Our service labors are less. They don't have accessory work. We do an accessory. Plus, our aim is not, repairing just one car. Our aim is towards the relationship. So, for example, say Sunil sir, his Fortuner comes to us, his Creta also comes to us, his Volvo also comes to us. So we see a value in terms of relationship, because we know any car which the customer might have, we would be able to repair it. Whereas in authorized service center, it is more towards the target driven basis. So that is where a difference, or a comparative analysis what we have given. So moving to the next slide, in case you have any questions, do let me know so that I can answer them. So list of services what we provide. So starting from basic service to extensive one, to engine overhauls, to performance enhancements in terms of car remaps, interior, uh, you know, interior dry cleaning with respect, and then seat covers, bucket seatings, customization, 4 into 2 to 4.3 conversions. So I typically say for Tata Safari, a car which is a 4 by 2, we can convert it into a 4 by 3 when we say we use an MLD, mechanical differential lock in that case, to complete car restoration, to tire solutions, to alignment balancing, repairs, sunroof installations, ECU remaps, rally preparation, and AC services. That's the list of services where we are today. Moving to the next slide. So now in terms of technical, yes, our work is quite technical, and quite, this is a technical as well as a hospitality industry, which is what I always say, because one way the customer is waiting for your update and waiting for the car to be delivered. Second way, you need to ensure that the car is 100% fit, then only it goes to the technical scenario. So our nature of work is, yes, technical. We have mechanical in place, we have electronics, and we have all the softwares talking to the cars. So it's not just mechanical today, complete dynamics. You have aerodynamics in the car, you have hydraulics, you have mechanicals, you have electricals, you have software. So now in terms of technology, people will agree to me that all kinds of technology are embedded in a car. So we need to understand all these technologies, see the integration, how these technologies are being done with each other, what one airbag part talks to the other airbag. So we need to ensure that everything is fit and fine, and then the car gets delivered. So yes, it is a high technical work. And then yes, in terms of managing customer expectation is also very high, because car is no longer a luxury to any individual. It's more of a necessity to all of us. Out of box solution. So we give out of box solution to ensure that your money is being saved. With respect to market, we have a niche market, and we plan to grow it in the same manner. We don't plan to come into a mass market kind of a solution right now. And buying a car is easier than maintaining one, so people will agree to it. And the problem is cars don't speak, so it takes a lot of time to get to the real problem and then rectify it. So we have shown a picture of a Jaguar coming in for a for an automatic transmission repair. So a work was being done and it was being delivered nicely. Moving to the next slide. So these are list of customers. These are also my gifts. So anybody who wants to connect in any of these companies, I can connect you over to all of these companies. In fact, whether it is Global Logic, Cognizant, TCS, Ericsson, Genpact, Barco, Sapient. In fact, any and every name in corporate, we have connections and we have people who are visiting us. So I would be able to connect you, may not be to the purchase department, but to the various departments where we have customers. Moving to the next slide. So some of the business cases which I like to present. So a BMW 5 Series which came in for a accidental repair, the cost of authorized service center was 11 lakhs. Our cost was 3.2 lakhs. Another case of Mercedes-Benz C250 in which the cost of authorized service center was about 18 to 22 lakhs for an engine overall. Our cost was 5.4 lakhs. Another business case of Mercedes ML250. The cost of authorized service center was roughly 22 lakhs. Our cost was about 4.5 lakhs. A Tata Safari major accidental repair, the cost in which we changed the chassis, the cost of authorized service center was about 4 lakhs. Our cost was almost 2 lakh rupees, and that too in insurance. A Toyota Altis repair cost was 18 lakhs in authorized service center. Our cost was about 4 lakhs. And similarly, a Vento Petrol and authorized service center was costing 5.6 lakhs for a transmission change. Our cost was 1.8 lakhs. And a Honda Accord Petrol cost of repair was 2.5 lakhs for a transmission issue. Our cost was 65,000. So why a difference? Because we only replace those parts which were faulty, not the complete assemblies here. So most of these parts were repaired and being reused. And all these cars are doing fit and fine. I can give you references also of customers. They are happy with the work which is being done. So moving to the next slide. So this is basically a typical showcase of why these cost differences are there. This is a showcase of BMW X1 in which what authorized service center was quoting. Actually, all these manufacturers, they don't make parts. It is the OEMs which, it is the OEM part supplier which makes these parts. So in case we are able to source those specific parts from OEM part supplier, whether it's through an import channel, the cost variance is a lot. And we are happily doing it and we are quite successful here. So this was a BMW X1 suspension cost, 93,000 versus 50,000 rupees. And why these differences, which part was being used, which make was being used, are all being specified. And the car is doing absolutely great and absolutely fine. Almost a 55% cost saving was being achieved here. So moving to the next slide. So critical problems which we solved in some of the cars. It was a Tata Safari which was loaded with all the features. So if you ask me one thing which we did not do, I would say you name us one thing which we did not do in car. We did all the things. So whether it was an engine overall, whether it was suspension, whether it was body work, whether it was alignment, balancing, tires, alloys, projector headlights, performance modification, MLD installation. So it was a complete restoration of Safari. Land Rover, multiple engine overhauls will be done. Audi A6 and a V6 engine, a six-cylinder engine in which engine overhaul was being done and also a transmission overhaul was being done. In terms of Skoda Superb, multiple engine overhauls, we have done it in the past. Similarly, Mahindra Scorpio, we have done massive amount of overhauls in Scorpios. In fact, in Mahindra XUV, more number of XUV engine overhauls were being done compared to Tata Safaris, although both the engines were designed by the same company known as AVL. Similarly, a Volkswagen Touareg. So in Touareg, this was a massive project which came on a flatbed truck to us, a cost of almost 30,000 rupees given to the flatbed truck people. And from airmatic suspension to complete engine overhaul, body work was everything was being done in this Touareg. So you name a car, you name a brand which we have not done. I would say none. Any brand which is present in India, we have almost done work in almost all the brands in India. And then, so this is more of a glimpse of a Safari, which all work was being done, to be true. Starting from engine, suspension, anti-rust, full body paint, tires, alloys, service, brake work, LED lights, MLD installation, bucket seat, carpeting, interior lights in terms of installation of lights, new headlights, projector headlights, DVD players, camera, sensor, everything, this was a single case in which the car came us from Visakhapatnam. The car is back in Visakhapatnam today. So going to the next slide, normal pickups, what we have been, picking up uh, is not only Delhi NCR, Jaipur has been a common pickup point for us. Dehradun has been a pickup point from us. Lucknow has been a pickup point for us. Agra, we pick up a lot of cars, and these are service cars. Gwalior, we have been starting with pickups, for service cars. That is what I'm telling you. All these cars comes to us from quite a lot distance, traveling 200, 300, 400 kilometers just for service. So moving to the next slide. So the farthest car what we got was one from Visakhapatnam, the Safari, and secondly, Honda CRV that came in from Jorhat in Assam. That came in on a flatbed truck from Jorhat, went back to Jorhat on a flatbed truck. Honda asked for about 14 lakhs to repair the chassis of the car. Our cost was 3.2 lakh rupees for the same work. So that was the farthest business case what we have today in World of Service Noida. What I'm telling you, in Chennai also similar cases are there, but Noida has got a lot of cars which are very 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 far from. So moving to the next slide. So similarly, a Land Rover work was being done. Complete engine overall, all these work. Today also an AC work is being done in Land Rover. An Audi A6 engine overall, injector replacement, the cost was 8 lakh rupees in authorized service center. Our cost was 1.5 lakh rupees. Moving to the next slide. So this was the Audi which we worked in. Similarly, Skoda Superb, lot of business cases for Skoda. It's not only one, we have got multiple number of business cases. Skoda family, when I say Skoda family, Skoda, Volkswagen, Audi, all these cars, I have got huge number of business cases and huge number of happy customers with us today, because the authorized service center are just trying to get all the money in one car, and that's a malpractice. But I thank them that at least they are doing a malpractice, so at least we are valued. Moving to the next slide. So this was the Skoda Superb which we worked on, one of the business cases here. And now we have also developed one more line of business very slowly, which is a car which is repaired by us. We try to help the customer in terms of selling the car. Why? Because we know the car is good. Okay, a business case happened for one of the Skoda Lauras. Laura LNK was there, in which we did engine work, we did full body repaint, and we also did the AC work. So now the customer it was almost 9 years old. So we tried to sell it to one of our customer only. The price what he was getting in market was about 4 lakhs, and we got him 4.5 lakh rupees. So 50,000 increment, but yes, it was worth it because we were knowing the car, and we wanted at least it should go to a good person who maintains the car nicely. So that is also small activities what we have started. We are trying to help out customers with a better value of resale, because we know the car in and out. We can stand by the quality of the car, and that is how this is more of a trust business. So that is how we are able to achieve it. And second, we are coming in big way in terms of EV. So going forward, what we forecast is that all these diesel and petrol cars, say in the next 4 to 5 years, uh, once we have EV scenarios in place, in which we have recharge facilities and all, then EV kits will be coming in India in a big manner, similar to a CNG kit installation. I all would agree the way CNG was there in the you see CNG installators everywhere. Similarly, EV installations will come in which diesel and petrol cars engines will be taken off and EV kits will be installed in them, and then the car will again run for the next, say for the next 10 years. That's what the government is approved. So moving to the next slide. So a little, yeah, after Skoda, so this was again a Skoda work. This was a track 12 lakhs cost versus 2.5 lakh cost, a value of 1.6. Moving to a previous slide, we missed out one of the things. So this was an anti-rust work in. previous slide, Rena. So yeah, just the next picture. The next picture, Rena. So this is the same car. You can see the kind of a damage which been done in an Honda Accord on the rear side. So I have tried to showcase a before picture and an after picture also of the same car. So this is before and after, and we reuse these components of the car. The fender was not being changed, the tail light was being changed, the bumper was being changed, the dicky was again being of the same car. So this is a typical work of a denting which we perform in this car. Moving to the next slide now. Similarly, Safari anti-rust work, Scorpio anti-rust work. You see the black areas. So we removed everything inside the car and we did the anti-rust for these cars. A Laura typical work from an engine, and then a Volkswagen Touareg. Moving to the next slide right now. So again, a Palio 1.6 restored, a Jaguar work. So all these are common failure, common cars which comes to us these days. We started with Fiats, but today, the flavor of the day is always luxury cars. So a Honda Accord work was being done, Mitsubishi Lancer ASC solution versus our solution. And this is again a Team BHP car. Team So moving to the next slide. So typical, yeah, just one slide before. So if you see the complete pillar is not there of this car, an Altis. If you see on the right hand side, the pillar is not there. So Honda wanted to charge, well, Toyota wanted to charge 18 lakhs in this car. Our cost was 3.2 lakhs, including the airbags. 18 lakhs versus 3.2 lakhs. So our business case was strong, sir. 2 minute mein business case was done. And so the next slide. This is the car now. Just a slide before. So moving to the next slide. So this is a Safari in which the chassis was gone. Just a slide on the next, Prerna. If you see on the left hand side, there is a big iron cap. So this is the chassis of this car. This chassis was bent. So we removed the body of the car. This is a ladder on frame. So we removed the body and installed a new chassis, and the old chassis is lying here, and the car is fit to be delivered. And this was again an insurance. So a Beetle restoration, a rally preparation. This car came in this rally. This was about 3 years ago. We prepared a rally of Kashish Tandon. We prepared the car of Kashish Tandon. He came as first runner-up in Red Day Himalaya. So that is it from my side. In case you have any questions, and why you can refer us. So yes, we do have about 4.5 rating with 550 reviews today instead of 250. In fact, 1 lakh plus views or 2 lakh plus views on Team BHP website. Very active Facebook page, almost 24,000 likes there. In Instagram, thanks to Mr. Anshul, tying up some more things in Instagram. Thanks to few videos of our members here, Anshul's video, Sandeep sir's video, Mohit Bhaiya's video, Sunil Puri sir's video. And Mohit Bhaiya's video has given us good leverage on LinkedIn also today. Almost 700% the posts have increased. So I would be requesting you two things. What my ask is: one, two referrals each, where I will, where we'll try to touch base with all of these customers ourselves, and a small video in case you have done any work from our world of service.
Thank you so much, Anupamji. This was really a wonderful presentation, and I hope now people will be able to generate more and more referrals for you because now they understand your business very well.
Thank you, ma'am.